All right, it's been a little while since I've done a video. And I wanted to do a quick one on just this nasal rinse that I've used the last 25 years. It's a pretty simple process. And just, again, this is my experience and how it's helped me. And, you know, you have to take into consideration with everything that's going on. It might be beneficial to you, it might not. But I thought I'd share it, and anyone it might benefit, great. So back when I was in Brazil in 95 to 97, they have a lot of roads down there with a lot of dust and everything. So I was having some really bad asthma problems. And I was given a suggestion, why don't you do a nasal rinse? You know, it's just take a cup of water, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, sniff it up your nose, cleans out your sinuses, cleans out all the dust, all the grit and everything. And that way the dust doesn't descend to your lungs, and then you end up with asthma problems and coughing attacks. So I started doing that, had really good effects. I didn't have as much asthma problems after that. And then I also found that it was really good for helping with runny noses and congestion and sinus infection and all that kind of stuff. So it just helps clean stuff out, you know. They always say gargle with salt water. Yeah, that's great. And you can also sniff it up your nose. Sounds disgusting, I know, but it actually works. It's one of the better things that I've found that really helps me. You know, when I start getting a cold or start getting a runny nose or start getting a sore throat, I just use salt water, either gargling or doing the nasal rinse. And it's pretty simple. I mean, it's a cup of water, 4 teaspoons of salt. That's all you need to worry about. And the cool thing is that with the salt and the water, like when I was doing a microbiology class in college, learned that, you know, bacteria, they can only live within a certain temperature range and a certain salt range. And so you increase the salt content, you increase the temperature, you kill more bacteria. So that's also something that's kind of behind that. And so what I've experimented on over the past couple of years is, you know, increasing the heat of the water. Got it pretty hot sometimes. And then also increasing the salt content a little bit. So, you know, it's just, you can play with that and just see how you feel with it. But sometimes I go a little bit more salty just because I'm not feeling well. And then sometimes I increase the heat just to help clean things out. But it does tend to help me, and it's a very simple solution, something easy, something everyone can do. It doesn't cost a lot of money. So thought I'd share it. It's something that's helped me a ton. And I found, you know, some different tips and tricks that I use for it. It's really good to do right before you go to bed, because then you have that salt sitting in there all night. It just kind of helps clear things out. And then if you do it in the daytime, just be sure you don't eat right afterwards, because then that causes it to not be as effective. But it's good. Whatever you do, just kind of let it sit there for like half an hour afterwards. So after you do the nasal rinse or after you gargle with salt water, just don't drink anything, don't eat anything for a little while after that, just to let it sit in there and have some good effect. So anyway, I thought I'd share that with everyone. Something that's been very beneficial to me. It's helped me a lot in various circumstances. So might help you, I don't know. So anyway, thanks.